Hey there. It's so good to see you back again. I promised you in this video to talk about the 16 distinct personality types in the Myers-Briggs categorization system. But before we begin, we will take a quick look at the backstory for the individuals involved in all of this and how it came to be. The origin, Carl Jung and the MBTI, Myers-Briggs type indicator. The man, Carl Jung. Before the tests and the acronyms, there was Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist who broke away from mainstream thinking. In 1921, he published the philosophically complex book titled Psychological Types. He proposed that much of the apparently random variation in human behavior actually followed comprehensible patterns based on how people preferred to use their minds. This was revolutionary, suggesting that personality differences weren't disorders requiring treatment, but natural variations requiring understanding. The concept: Jung believed that humans aren't random. We are wired with specific functions. He was the first to identify introversion and extroversion. Let us take a deeper dive into the two terms. In the Myers-Briggs system, these terms do not describe how social or shy someone is. Instead, they identify where a person naturally directs their energy and where they prefer to focus their attention. Introversion, individuals prefer to focus their energy inward. They are often energized by spending time in reflection, dealing with ideas, memories, or internal pictures. They typically prefer to process information internally before speaking and often feel recharged after spending time in quiet or calm environments. Extroversion, individuals prefer to focus their energy outward. They are often energized by interacting with people, taking action, and engaging with the world around them. They typically think out loud, processing their ideas through conversation, and often feel most alive when they are in the middle of activity or social engagement. Carl Jung viewed INFJ, intuitive and feeling type, as one that perceives the world through deep, internal patterns, the reality beneath this show. While Carl Jung came up with the concept, he was not alone in its completed creation. He had the help of two women, Catherine Briggs and Isabel Myers. The actual Myers-Briggs type indicator, MBTI for short, test wasn't created by Jung, but by a mother-daughter duo, Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers, during World War II. The mission: they wanted to help people find work that fit their natural wiring rather than just being cogs in the machine. They took Jung's deep theories and turned them into the 16-type system we use today to map out how we process information and make decisions. Important: why it matters for us. Jung didn't see these types as personality traits. He saw them as survival mechanisms. For the INFJ, knowing your Jungian type is about realizing that your deep intuition is a biological fact, not a burden or a curse. The 16 blueprints. Each four-letter code tells you exactly how you are wired to interact with the world and where you are most vulnerable to the drain. The Analysts. The Rationals. INTJ, the architect, strategic, private, and constantly mapping out the future. INTP, the logician, brilliant theorists who can get lost in the reality of their own minds. ENTJ, the commander, bold leaders who can sometimes mistake people for tools. ENTP, the debater, high-energy thinkers who find the trap in every argument. The Diplomats, the idealists, the INFJ tribe. INFJ, the advocate, the rarest type. High intuition, high empathy, and at the highest risk of exhaustion. INFP, the mediator, deeply sensitive souls who feel the world's pain as their own. ENFJ, the protagonist, natural leaders who often burn out trying to save everyone else. ENFP, the campaigner, enthusiastic spirits who struggle when the performance feels fake. The Sentinels, the guardians. ISTJ, the logistician, the backbone of the system, reliable but prone to overfunctioning. ISFJ, the defender, the quiet protectors who often forget to protect their own peace. ESTJ, the executive order-driven managers who can be blind to the reality of emotions. ESFJ, the consul social anchors who can get trapped in the need for external validation. The explorers, the artisans. ISTP, the virtuoso practical problem solvers who prefer tools over small talk. ISFP, the adventurer artistic spirits who need nature to recharge their souls. ESTP, the entrepreneur action-oriented risk-takers who live entirely in the now. ESFP, the entertainer energetic performers who can lose themselves in the show. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if so, please subscribe, like, share, and comment.